What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Uber Adventures. I'm John, and today we are taking a look at the Coachmen Pursuit 29SS. All right, so I'm gonna admit it right now before we get too deep into this. I'm not a big know-it-all when it comes to motorhomes. I like the idea, I like the concept. I think they're fantastic. I even drove this one around just to kind of get a real feel for it because I used to work on buses and I wanted to see if this felt like a bus, but it feels like a large truck more than anything. So it was really awesome to drive it. You got this big giant window, you can see everything, and I really enjoyed it because it's a doghouse design where the engine's in the underneath, which is all pretty much Class A's unless it's a diesel pusher, then you got it in the back. But either way, I like this thing. I love this thing, actually. I think it's super cool. This to me has my future retirement written all over it. Hopefully they're hovering and flying by then, but it's got me sold. But let's go ahead and jump into this. But before we do, I'm trying to get monetized. I'm not gonna lie. I'd love to be able to get paid to do this stuff. So I'm about 400 subscribers away. So if you don't mind helping me out, subscribe. I would appreciate it. And yeah, so let's hop on in. All right, so I know people jump around a lot. So if you're still watching at this point and not skipping to towards the end or whatever, as far as what we're going to do on this, I'm going to do it the same way. I'm going to give all the information at the end as far as specs goes, because some of these numbers just elude me so easily. So I'm going to do my best. Things like the engine, I know it's a V8, no longer V10s are not being done. The chassis is like an F or an M35. See, this is stuff I don't honestly know about, but if it helps you make a decision, then it matters to me. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. And most of everything I'm going to kind of just show as opposed to be able to give you a lot of factual information. So let's just jump into this. All right, so we're going to start in the front, which I absolutely love. Again, that big giant windshield. And I know that's not special on just this RV. I know motorhomes that are Class A's always have that big giant window, and I like it. I like it a lot. So I get why Europeans, their lorries are over cab or under cab engines, because it's just, you get so much more view. It's easier to turn. I like it. I like it a lot. And I've driven Class C's, Class B's, Super C's, and this one, I like the big window so much. So let's go ahead and hop in. Again, it's a V8. I'll give you the exact specs when I get done with this video, at the end of the video rather. I know it's got all LED headlights. You have a daytime driving light down there. Big giant windshield wipers the size of my window on my car. This is just awesome. I love this thing. And I will give you the price. It'll be down in the description. So coming over here, you do have a backup camera and your blinker cameras. On this one, just standard. And it's a 7.3 liter. It literally says right there on the very bottom. And it is a Ford V8. It's on a Ford chassis, so always a plus. It does have the electric step, which is always great, and you literally just open it and it'll automatically open for you. Step comes out. And then you close it, step goes back in. Now, this is Asdale. So again, I'm gonna repeat myself a bunch. It is a replacement for the Luan to prevent, because Luan is nothing but wood and Asdale is not wood, so it won't get affected by water, temperature, anything like that. So it'll make your RV, motorhome, whatever, last much, much longer. So, and this thing's got compartments galore. So let's go through all these compartments. So right here, it looks like just storage. And then you do have your solar controller right there. I'm gonna close these as I go. There's so many of them. And then you just have another storage right here. And then you close this one. Now, most people aren't gonna have all of them open like I'm doing. I'm just doing it so I can easily go through the stuff. TV mount, and a TV on this situation. And it's kind of held up. This is a unique idea. I kind of like it. I like it. I like it. I love it. Go ahead and lock that one up. And then you do have your outdoor kitchen. So it doesn't have a burner, but it does have your gas hookup right here. Oh, this is interesting too. the winterizer is right here inside. And then you have a drain pump. And then you can tell it's winterized. I've said it in another video. Don't worry about the pink when you go to your RV dealer, because that's just winterizer to make sure nothing freezes up the lines. Aluminum, brushed aluminum. And then you got more storage up here. And then you got a little bit of storage right there. And then we have our beer fridge or kids fridge, or however you look at it. And then there's a little tiny light right here, which is nice. I actually like that a lot. And then you have a little bit more storage a little bit further back, and it also houses the ladder. This is awesome. All right, let's go to the back. You have your full ladder that goes up to the roof, all LEDs, and you can really see them. You got all your LEDs, LED taillights, top and bottom. And of course you have your backup camera. You probably can't even see because it's itty bitty. You have a nice window. That's going to be your bedroom right there. And then you have your fuel right here. It's going to be gasoline. And then Coachmen Pursuit. You have a back bumper. You also have a hitch. And I'll have to get you the hitch rating on this one. And then we're going to come around. I'm going to open up all these doors. So give me one moment.
A few moments later.
All right. I'm trying this with a tripod, so maybe I can use both of my hands. So in here is going to be your power cord, and then you can actually see all the way through to the other side, but it's not really a good pass-through per se. I wouldn't call it a pass-through. It just, I guess it just lets you get to your storage, and then on this side you can get to your plug and everything, your power cord. And you do not have to leave this open. There's actually a pass-through right here where the cord can go through. I'm just assuming because there's an exhaust down below it. Let's see here. It's an NPS 5500 Eco. So let's see here. Not really full on generators either. If you want more information about this generator, don't hesitate to ask. I'll go over it. I'll get some information from our rep and see if I can kind of answer questions if y'all have any. Let's see here. In here, you're gonna have outdoor shower. You're gonna have all your plumbing for your tanks and your dumps and all that kind of stuff. It's all gonna be here. And then you have your tank flush located here as well. All right, right here we have your cable satellite from the park, fresh water tank, and a city water connection. Coming on down, we got a huge storage right here. I don't even think I've looked in these storage compartments. Yeah. It stinks when the slide's out. Okay, there's your propane tank right there. So you just got to drive over to a propane place and just have it filled up. I don't know if you got a good view of it. There you go. And then right here is just a storage compartment, nothing special. That was kind of a little bit of a beating. So you have your driver's side. Again, the 7.3 liter V8 side camera. And then you do have a 6-gallon hot water tank on this. And of course you do have slide toppers as well. Or slide topper, as this is only got one slide. All right guys, let's go inside and take a look at what we got inside. We have the step that comes out, and then I believe your main batteries are going to be located just under here. This is typically where they put them. Yeah, there's your batteries, all your wiring. And then close that back up. You have your fire extinguisher, and then you have your battery connect, your entry lights, your awning lights, your awning itself. And I'll be honest, this one's not labeled, so I don't know what it is. All right, so as far as that button goes, I don't know what it controls. Oh, I do know what it controls. Is it this one? There you go. All right, so we figured it out. That was pretty easy. But we're gonna start in the driver's seat. We'll do the passenger seat and kind of figure out what we got here, okay? So let's take a look. So you can see the doghouse right there. You can see my footprint, so apologies, it's not the prettiest. All right. Let's go ahead and start her up. She purrs like a kitten. So what's really cool is I love this stereo. It's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, it's got Sirius. It's got all your necessities that you would ever need while driving. Bluetooth, the radio. Turn that off. Yeah, there we go. And then let's see here. You got your, oh, you got a remote generator starter over here. I've seen some motorhomes without that. Radio, map light, and then you have all your air conditioning. You have a quick charger right there, and then you have a 12 volt traditional cigarette lighter setup. And then it says USB. So you got another USB right there. And then we have 1,050 miles, as it had to be driven from, I believe, Indiana down to Texas. So that's a little bit of a drive. You have another 12 volt plug right there, traction control, your lighting, and it does have automatic lights. And then your mirrors, of course. And then you have your auto leveler in here, which is pretty cool. And then look at this view. I mean, it's a terrible view what I'm looking at, but as far as like the size of the window, I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, we're gonna kill this. And then we're gonna move over to the relaxing seat. Unless you're actually having to navigate. All right. How does this come out? Oh, there it is. So now you have a table you can work on your stuff, or you can eat here or whatever you might need. And then down behind it, you do have a quick charger and a 12 volt there as well. I dig this. Oops, that may have been a little too hard. I like the little tiny circular air conditioning ports. But yeah, I love this. I absolutely love this. You got speakers, you got lights right there. You have a bed above you, and we'll go over that here shortly. All right. Let's get out of there. So while driving, obviously, you're supposed to be buckled in. This right here on the slide has your buckles for extra riders. You also have them in the dinette set, which also turns into a bed. And this also turns into a bed. So just in this little area, you have place for 4 people to sleep. So that's always nice. And I do love the seat cover, the colors of the seats. It's not white, but it's like an off-white, almost like a cream. And then let me go ahead and get this down so I can show you all this bed real quick. Give me one moment. All right, so it's quite easy to actually bring it down. On each side right here, you have little clips that you just kind of pull in on each side. I'll do that real quick. Or push out, rather, not pull in. Now that it's attached on each side, you just pull it down. And it is fully assisted, and then you just pull the bed down. And voila, and it has a 300-pound weight capacity, so you actually don't have to worry too much about it. I mean, the average person's nowhere near 300. I know there are people out there, but you wouldn't have to worry too much, and you got another place for somebody to sleep. So I think that's really cool. I'd be a little nervous personally because I'm the type of guy that'd probably fall off of that. And then this is where that ladder is used from the one that's in the back of the RV on the bottom in the storage. So really cool. So let's move on from here. All right. So we have your TV right here. It's an Insignia TV. And then on each side, you do have a storage compartment, which is great. Window below that. And then you do have storage underneath your table, or rather your booths on each side. You do have storage down below. Coming around, you actually have a fairly large kitchen rather, with a really cool backsplash. I wish they would have went up just a little higher, but that's real tile. I like that a lot. It looks really pretty. It's like a silvery color. Kind of looks blue on the camera. I don't know if that's how you're picking it up. I mean, it has a tint of blue. I guess silver and blue kind of ride together. And then you have your sink. It is divided, which I like that too, especially when you got dirty dishes and then you got clean or whatever you got going on. You can do two things at once. And then, of course, it's a matte black faucet. Lots of storage underneath. You have a gray stone microwave with a turntable, of course. Gray stone vent fan with light and everything. That's a pretty quiet fan. So you have your stove and your oven here. It's a Magic Chef. And then, of course, it lights up and everything. Which this one's really cool. I love the white color. However, if you bump it on, it's not going to light up red or anything like that. But there's something about white colors, like white LEDs, that look fantastic. So I really like that. And then that, like I said, that's a Magic Chef. And then coming over here, we have the Everchill, which I love Everchill fridges. So, ooh, that feels great. I had to actually take off my jacket. LED lighting, real pretty blue. And then on the other side, you have a light switch. You have your thermostat. And you have your bathroom. Your toilet is porcelain. We just haven't taken this off. And then you have a nice, I'm so big. You have a nice mirror. It's one of those flat mirrors. So you're not going to have any place to put medicine in here. But that mirror in the background, the kind of your, I guess, wallpaper. I love this wallpaper. It gives you have some dark browns, some light browns, and then the cream in the background. I really like that. You also have your shower. All black faucet and everything. And this one actually has, it looks like a toilet paper dispenser, but I'm sure you're supposed to hang stuff off of that. I saw that. And but you do have a place to put soap and anything else you could possibly need. Then you have storage above your toilet, which your toilet actually sits on a kind of like a pedestal, sure, for the plumbing and stuff. And then storage above that. And then for the guys only, apparently, your vent fan facing out. You have a hanger on the closet door. So, and then come in a little bit further before you go to the bedroom. We have storage up here, and then you have your control panel right here. You have all your tanks, your water pump, water heater, whether it's gas or electric, however you want to do it. Your TV, antenna, radio for the park is all right here. And then you have, because you have a remote start over there at the, where the driver's seat is at, then you have a generator starter right here as well. And then you can read the hours. And then, of course, your slide in is all right here. Whereas your awning is right there in the front on the other side of this chair. So, and then below that, we do have a place to hang closet, like a hanging closet mostly, just for like jackets and stuff like that. Keep them out of the way, especially this time of year. And then we got the bedroom. Now this is probably the most plush bed that I've seen in the RVs that we offer currently, which is probably because it's in a motorhome. So we shall see. You have storage everywhere. You have storage down here on each side. Yeah, so that's going to be your hanger. And I love this design. Let me see if I can get up there. So you can pick your own hanging spots. I like that so much. Instead of having just the regular rod, I do like that a lot. And then coming over here, I like the backboard too on this. Most of the time you don't actually have literal backboards, but this one does, or a headboard rather. And this one actually does, so it's really awesome. Sorry, y'all probably didn't hear any of that. So I think this is a CPAP machine location because it's got like plug-in, it's got a line, and it actually says Coach PAP Station. So that's what my assumption is, as opposed to using this space right here. So that's kind of cool. I really dig that. And then coming over here, you have your wardrobe and me again. Huge wardrobe. This, all honesty, all my clothes would fit in this. It's sad, I know. Another Insignia TV. And just more and more storage all over the place. And then you have it even further down. So this RV, even though it's not huge, obviously it's nowhere near as big as some of the Class A's can get, but it can sleep 2, 4, 5, and then 8, 5, 6, 7. So you can sleep 7 people in here pretty realistically. So that's kind of cool. I dig it. All right, guys. So I'm going to go over all the specs. I know that's what everybody's waiting for. We'll cover all that, and I will also include what we're selling it for. Dun, dun, dun. I don't do that often, but I'm going to start doing it from here on out. My boss said it's fine. Even if the price changes, we'll have to kind of discuss that if somebody comes a year later and we still have the same RV and it's going to, or whatever. I mean, if that's the case, it's going to be cheaper. So, but guys, we're about to hit the specs. All right, let's go over the specs. So this one is a little bit different than what I've ever done before. The first part is actually going to be about the engine itself. So again, and the chassis for that matter. So the chassis is a Ford. It's an F53, and then it's a V8. The horsepower is 350 horsepower. The torque is 460 foot-pounds of torque. And, of course, the displacement or engine side is a 7.3 liter. It is a gas, and it runs with a 6-speed automatic transmission. As far as the dimensions go, the length of the RV is 30.25 feet. The width is 8.5 feet. The height is 12 feet, and the wheelbase is 15.83 feet. The towing capacity is 5,000 pounds. The GVWR is 16,000 pounds. The fuel capacity is 80 gallons, and the freshwater tank is 50 gallons. The gray water tank and the black water tank are 35 gallons apiece. You have one big propane tank, which is 85 pounds. The awning is 20 feet in length, and the max number of people able to sleep is 8. I still stick by 7, but you know, your mileage may vary. The tire sizes are going to be the same front and back. They're 245/70 are 19.5. You have disc brakes all the way around. They're hydraulic. The air conditionings are 15,000 BTUs, which gives you 30,000 BTUs between the two of them. Your heater is 30,000 BTUs, and your hot water tank is 6 gallons. And that pretty much covers everything. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. All my contact information will be down below in the description. And I would love to have an opportunity to sell it to you. And until next time. All right, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, bell notification, all that good stuff. Y'all are helping me so much. I'm like 300 away from 1,000 subscribers, which is that first milestone of being monetized. And I want to thank everybody for helping me out. And I know I say this kind of stuff in every video, but it means the world to me. It truly, truly does. It means that y'all have the time. Y'all can watch anybody. In fact, Miles RV is here filming right now. He's a good friend of mine. And he used to sell RVs with me, and now he's going freelance. So if you haven't seen his videos, I'll link him down in the description below. He's much larger than me, but hey, you got to start somewhere, right? All right, guys, until next time. Bye.